Had trail cams out for about 3 or 4 days. I wanted to go pick them up and check the SD cards. There's a few branches that have been beating the truck up as I go through these paths, so I wanted to trim those up. Trails have been maintained going through these paths since I was a kid. My dad used to come out here and cut a path all over through the woods so we could get in and out of different fishing spots. Now that we're getting into the summertime, this gets pretty thick back in here and we gotta check it every once in a while and trim some of the trees up so we can get through. With all the cut off branches, I can make another pile for the smaller animals to escape from the predators. Finally made it to the destination of the first trail cam. Unfortunately, there wasn't no pictures on it. I was a little surprised because the camera's been out there for about 3 days, and this has been a good spot to catch your wildlife for us. Now this trail cam was a bust also. There was nothing on it. I was a little surprised. Usually I don't put the camera in the evergreen groves, but I thought I'd try something different. I think with the crops coming in with the corn and the beans, it extends the foraging range so they can get out in the fields also and have cover. Now this trail cam got a little bit of action. I'll put some footage in at the end to show you what we captured. There's a little land bridge that crosses the creek here, and everything kind of travels there to get across. Now you can see here in this shot, you can see the bottom of the creek. Little beaver's pretty low at this time of the year. There ain't a whole lot of sense of throwing a fishing pole in when you can see the bottom, and you can see there ain't no fish in there. There might be a couple and a few hiding spots, but normally this time of the year, I don't go out there unless we get a good rain. Figure while I was out here checking the trail cams, I'd do a little bit of exploring and see how everything looks. This grass in here a couple years ago was about 6 feet tall. This year it's turning brown pretty quick. I think it's because of the lack of the rain that we've had. This is a normal spot where I usually do my fishing videos. It's a real good spot. They always catch a lot of catfish when the water's up. Now there's a willow that hangs over the creek. Usually the water is pretty close to almost touching the willow, so you can see how low the water is. Got a little bit of wind damage on this oak tree. I hate to see this happen to these oak trees. They've been around for a couple hundred years easily. I had to get out here after summertime and cut this up for firewood. I'm not going to try to do it now at 90-degree temperatures. Now this is a spot I was clearing out earlier this year. There was a bunch of dead standing pine trees. I was cutting them out to open up the canopy to make room for undergrowth and improve the growth on the forest floor. Well, that about wraps it up for the little Beaver Creek adventure. I put a few clips in a trail cam at the end. Thanks for following along, and we'll see you in the next video.